What's going on, everybody? It's your host, Dominic Peterson, host of the Duck Zone 503 podcast, talking all things Oregon football. First-time viewer, long-time viewer, welcome in. Kindly ask that you hit the like and subscribe button, the share button. Really helps with the algorithm, but most importantly, guys, word of mouth, telling your friends and family about the podcast helps us grow the most. That being said, guys, we have a get-to-know series here. As you know, on this channel, I like to get the Oregon Ducks signees on here to, kind of get to know these guys, their personal life a little bit, how the recruitment process and how they got to be an Oregon Duck. So never the doubt, I got 2023 four-star running back Jayden Limar on the podcast. Welcome in.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. So most people who probably don't know Jayden Limar, if you don't know already, 5'11", 190-pound running back coming out of Lake Stevens High School, out there in Lake Stevens, Washington. He announced his commitment to Oregon December 21st, 2022. 247 Sports Composite got him listed as the number 17th running back in the 2023 class, number 2 player in Washington, number 276 nationally, top 300 player in his class, top 20 in his position. Big congrats on that, Jayden, on
Thank you.
rankings. For sure, man. So it was a big time wild ride to watch your recruitment for everybody that did. It was kind of fun to see, go between Oregon and Notre Dame a little bit. And we'll get into that here in a second. But to start off the podcast, I really like to just, start out talking about yourself and, kind of where you came from, your hometown. Are you from Lake Stevens? Did you grow up there? And, when did you start getting into football? Kind of start talking about that.
Yeah, I grew up in Lake Stevens my whole life. I lived in Snohomish stuff for a minute, which is right next to Lake Stevens, about 10 minutes away. And went to my first school I went to was in Snohomish, and then once I started playing football, I switched back to Lake Stevens. And so when I was really in Snohomish, it was because I played soccer for a select team over there. Soccer was my first sport. That was my main sport, and then I flipped from soccer to football. I tried out one practice, like all my friends were trying to get me to. Went out for one, and the next day I quit soccer and played soccer since. Been off football, but yeah, I grew up in Lake Stevens my whole life. My whole family's in the area, Everett, Snohomish, and Lake Stevens. So I
Nice.
have family around me. But yeah.
100%, man. Having family around you is always great. Being from Lake Stevens, small town community, backing you up there, it's great, man. I want to remind the viewers as well as you came on and explained this story once before and during early in the recruiting process. If the viewers want to go check out that. So you mentioned you also played soccer. Soccer, great sport to play. It can definitely help you out in the game of football, and you played that early. How do you think that playing soccer early on translated into the game of football for you?
The main thing is just with speed and the footwork. It's a lot the same, especially with the footwork part of it. It gets you. I think soccer you should have a better footwork than football, and
Oh
so I
yeah.
think it helped a lot with that. And then I was a forward, so all I did was sprint, and that's all kind of football is. Soccer is like football. It's kind of you chill for a little bit, then you'll start sprinting. Only difference is soccer, you kind of jogging the whole time. You never really stop like we do in football, but it's a lot of sprinting. So I
Mm.
feel like it definitely gave me an edge as a young kid.
100%, man, and always being on that field running, that's great conditioning early on,
Hmm.
getting that fitness in 100%. And
Yeah.
yeah, so playing soccer, you don't play soccer anymore though? No more soccer anymore?
Nah, I mean, if I see a soccer ball on the ground somewhere, I might mess around with it, kick around a
Okay.
bit. I don't play though.
Sweet, sweet. Okay. So yeah, man, the game of football, you said your friends kind of got you into it and that's where you kind of were influenced. Do you like watching the game of football? Do you have any favorite players that you enjoy watching?
Saquon, I watch Saquon all the time. I was watching his highlights earlier actually, but yeah, Saquon's the main dude I watch in the league.
Okay. 100%, man. You like Saquon's a great big time player, makes big time
Hmm.
plays. Great to take from him and kind of replicate your game in that. And I kind of see that from you on your tape, no doubt. Recommend all the viewers go check out his huddle tape if you want to really see what Jayden does on the field. That being said, what are 3 reasons you really like playing football?
Uh, I would say one, it opens up doors for you. Main thing, like getting to college and all that. That's been a big part of when I was younger. I always knew that it could be an avenue for me to get to college. Two, just kind of like the camaraderie of having a bunch of everybody kind of working towards one common goal in high school, state championship, which we ended up getting. Now it's a national championship. And three, I'll say it's really just like an extended family. It really brings people together, whether it's your team, whether it's family, but just football. Especially when I got into high school, I noticed it. Family from all over would come up just to watch and stuff. So that was cool bringing all the family together.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's a great way to bring your family together and all rally around for you, man. It's
Mm-hmm.
awesome. And football brings a lot of things, great connections. I love it. You played in a lot of big time games out there in Lake Stevens, big time elite prospect. All eyes on you. What are some like music tastes you go to before a game that kind of like calms your nerves a little bit, or maybe even gets you amped up? Who knows?
Nah, I don't be the amped up type.
Okay.
I listen because I'm already amped up plenty, so I listen to calm stuff to try to keep me not too crazy. So I still have my head on my shoulders. So I mean, I listen to really anything. I listen to Poly Bowl before that game. I was listening to some like who Alicia Keys is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, listen to some Alicia Keys.
Okay.
Listen to some old Drake, like slow Drake though, like Chicago freestyle, like chill stuff.
Okay.
I'll do whatever. But then right before the game, though, before I go out, I'll bump like Meek Mill, Dreams of Nightmare, or something like that to
Okay.
get me
I like
pumped
the
right
I like
before
the
I leave.
balance, man. I like
Yeah,
it.
I gotta kind of mix it up. But yeah.
100%. I like the balance of the vibes there, man. Keeps
Hmm.
you never know what's coming. I like that.
Oh yeah.
So on the field, when you get up on there, where would you say you are most confident in your game? What's something that every scout is saying this is what Jayden Limar does best?
I would say my patience and getting the ball at the backfield as well. I'm very patient on deciding like what my next thing is I'm gonna do. And then yeah, they line me up outside that slot a lot. And so that's one thing that kind of separates me a lot is the fact I can catch the ball at the backfield. But yeah, so those
Sweet. Okay. What one word probably best describes you on the field?
mm, versatile.
Okay. Yeah,
I
versatile.
can run through I can run through the middle, I can run to the outside, I can catch the ball.
Do it all.
Versatile. Yeah.
I love it. 100% versatile player. You can definitely see that on the film. Uh, so you're gonna have probably maybe some other recruits in the future watch this video possibly. When you're a big time star or Oregon, they're gonna want to see what you said, where you're coming in.
Yeah.
So maybe what qualities make a good time, a big time good team captain for your team? What would you say for those players?
I would say really just I don't know. You kind of have to have a balance. I've seen captains that feel like they have to be on you all the time. I've seen captains that feel like that are just kind of like party all the time. They want everyone to just kick it, have a good time. I feel like you got to find that balance in between where like you get on people when you need to, but you know when not to type of thing. It's really just like you just kind of have to know who you're talking to, and you have to get to know all your teammates because if you don't know them, you don't know how to like motivate them. So you could be trying to scream at a kid that if you scream at him, he's just gonna shut down. So just kind of get to know your teammates and that type of stuff, and really just know what motivates your teammates because that's all the captains really do. Our job is to lead and motivate, and so motivate, find out what your teammates need to motivate them, and do that.
Yeah, 100%. I think you said it best, man. Like, you got to know how to lead and motivate as a leader, and you broke it down best. There's ways to each individual how to do that. So great
Hmm.
breakdown, 100%. All right, let's switch to Oregon football. Your recruitment. What are you most excited for this upcoming season, just in general? What's the most thing you're excited for about being a deck?
I'm excited for the first game of the year.
Yeah.
That's about it. I mean, like, I ain't looking too far past that. That's my
Okay.
first goal. Get that
Yeah.
first game, get out the way, get the win. Trying to get some play time in that game. I'm just trying to, everything's on reset right now, so I'm trying to earn my stripes.
100%. Yeah. Gotta make a name for yourself out there for sure.
Mhm.
Dan Lanning, your head coach, you committed to him, put your trust all into him, and that's where you're going. So what about Dan Lanning really impresses you? And what's so positive about Dan Lanning for you?
Really, he's just obviously he's an amazing coach, and that's what he did in that last year. That was in his recruit class, and he did all that what he did last year. So that was very impressive right there. And he's a big family dude, and that's huge for me. He always got his family around. That's really big for me. And that's one of the main things that sold me. So yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Dan Lanning, big family man, man. I don't know if you've seen his tattoo that he just got with his wife. That was a big
Yeah.
time thing. That was awesome, man.
Oh
Awesome
yeah.
art. Really descriptive. So big question here. I would love to ask us. You're originally committed to Notre Dame, flipped to Oregon, and you're more than welcome to not answer this question if you feel not to. But what was the main motivation behind that flip from Notre Dame to Oregon?
It was really just a feeling. Mostly family though. I wanted to I mean, Notre Dame is an amazing program. Don't get me wrong. Oregon's also an amazing program, though, and I was able to stay close to the family. So but I'm still far enough away to where I'm away from home. But I ain't know it wouldn't be as much of a hassle for my family and everything.
Yeah,
And so that's a big
100%.
part. But to be honest, the programs though, I feel like they're very different. But in my opinion, I feel like Oregon could do a lot more for me. So
Okay, great answer. Any guys, big recruiting class? I think there's 28 guys signed. Any guys on the team that you're maybe closer with than other guys? Maybe a best friend type deal.
I say my roommates for sure. Dante Dowdell, he's the other running back. Kenyon Sadiq, tight end, and Jayden Moore, linebacker. And then Ashton
Nice.
Kozart, he's a wide receiver. That's my dude.
Oh yeah, 100%. So those are some big time recruits that you're looking forward to
Hmm.
playing with, being with. Maybe some current Oregon players that you watched, this last year that you're really excited to, line up with and start playing
Yeah.
and get to meet.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, those are big time names that you just listed, those recruits. AC was on the channel. Yeah, if you guys want to go check out, Ashton Kozart, big time wide
Hmm.
receiver. The 2023 schedule was just released. Any big time opponents that you're really looking forward to facing on that schedule?
Uh, I'm looking forward. The first week, my sister's boyfriend plays in Portland State, so I'm looking forward to playing him the first week.
Oh,
And then,
that's gonna
so
be
that should be
fun.
fun. The whole family will be out here for that. And then who else? USC. I got a lot of friends that go to USC, so that should be a fun game. And then going back home, play Washington. I'm looking forward to
Oh yeah, 100%, man. And yeah,
that. Mhm.
Washington, that's your home state. That's gonna be a big one. That's always a big one for
Oh
me
yeah.
personally, the big rivalry.
Hmm.
I like that one. So how was your recruiting process with Oregon? How'd you originally, let's just start with how you originally got in contact with Oregon.
Originally it was when Crystal Ball was here,
Hmm,
and they had contacted me. I think I was at my girlfriend's soccer game actually at the time. Yeah, I was. I was just chilling watching a soccer game.
nice.
And then they had called me. It was Coach I don't remember his name, Coach Mastro. And he
Astro.
was a running back coach at the time. And he called me out of the blue, random number. And whatever, he extended an offer to me. I got down a few weeks later. I really liked the campus and everything they had going on. And obviously they went to the switch and Lanning came in and then Coach Lachlan, who's a running back coach now, he had contacted me when he was at Western Kentucky, just like
Okay.
probably like 2 weeks before he got here. I don't. And then I asked him when he contacted me. I was like, "Did you know you were coming here? Like, is that why you talked to me?" He was like, "Nah." He's like, "I don't care where I'm at. I talk to the best players in the country." I'm
Nice.
like, "Okay." And so I was happy that I actually had kind of already met him before, talked to him before. And so he hit me then and re-offered me, and I came back down to visit. Probably came down about two times, and then my third visit is when I committed. But yeah, it's been good though.
100%, man. And I think your brother's a big time recruit too, right?
Yeah,
What's
he
your
will
what,
be for
what's your
sure.
brother's name again?
Jay Sean.
Jay Sean Limar. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. So big time. He's in the 2026 class, if I'm mistaken.
2025.
2025. So coming
Yeah,
up here. Okay. So big time recruit. You trying to get him
yeah.
here to Oregon?
Oh yeah, I ain't gotta try. I let it. If he wants to come here, he can come here. I'll let him make his own decision. I mean, I'll help him. Obviously, he has questions about everything, but
Okay.
for the most part, I don't want to. I know if I influence, I know I could influence his decision heavily, so I don't want to do that. I want to kind of let
Has
him
he
make
been
it.
on visits with you while
Oh
you've been?
yeah, took him probably. I'd say probably about 10 or so visits. It's been a
Okay.
good amount.
Nice, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't wait to get talking with him sooner or later
Oh
here.
yeah.
That'll be big time.
Oh yeah.
Big time freshman year coming up, just this year specific that we're talking about. Any goals that you want to accomplish for your freshman season?
I wouldn't say no numbers or anything. I just want to get some playing time and kind of, if I want to do as much as I can to help the team. I want to play as much as I possibly can, like always. But yeah.
Oh yeah, man. That's great. That's 100% great answer. I love that. Okay, well, last question here for you. When it's all said and done, your Oregon career's all over, and you're going to be the number one pick in the NFL. What goal do you want to have set for yourself, and what do you want to get done here at Oregon when you're all done?
National championship, Heisman Trophy.
Oh yeah, man. I love it.
Yeah.
Trying to be on those GOAT levels like Mariota,
Oh
man.
yeah.
Exactly
Hell yeah.
what he's getting into. Yeah, national championship, that'd be big, man. So
Yes, sir.
that'd be something that no other Oregon team has done. No, there's been a lot of great teams here, and I think I think that's a huge pitch here at Oregon. Honestly, in my own opinion, I don't know if the coaches pitch it to you guys or not, but I would walk in the room and just say you could be part of something different, right? Being the first team ever at Oregon to win a national championship, that'd be amazing. So
exactly.
Yeah. Well, Jayden, I really appreciate you, man. 4-star running back, guys. Jayden Limar on the podcast. Do you want to shout out any of your social medias for Duck fans to go follow if they're not already?
Yeah, follow my Instagram, just Jayden Limar, and then also just hit the Instagram up.
Boom. Instagram, IG, everybody go follow Jayden Limar there. Really appreciate you guys. I'm your host, Dominic Peterson, host of the Duck Zone 503 podcast. Kindly ask once again, like, subscribe to the video. Most importantly, friends and family, tell them about the podcast. As always, guys, go Ducks.
Sorry.